Okay.
Okay, Grandma.
One last story, Prince Charming.
How she met Charlie.
The kids had already met Charlie and had him to their home many times.
He'd sit with us in
To
church.
eat.
He'd sit with us in church.
Yeah,
He would sit with us in church.
He'd sit with us in church.
Yes.
Because Dad was always gone.
Yeah,
on
to
council,
help with the
whatever.
kids.
He'd sit with us.
Uh-huh. And so they told me about him, and I don't know if I said it to them or if I just thought it, that I'm never getting married again. There's something wrong with me because I tried so hard and it failed, so there's something wrong here with me. And so I had thought, I'm not going to mess with dating or any of that stuff. I'll just learn to live alone and be happy. Well, like I said, they had invited Charlie to many meals. And I got here on a Saturday, and Connie said, Mom, I hope you don't mind, but I've invited a friend to come to dinner tomorrow after church. And I said, no, I don't mind. I was thinking it was a woman. I never dreamed it would be a man. And so after church, here he was. And I thought, well, this is not going to work. I'm not ever getting married again. But I was nice to him, but I was not friendly. And he was a little cool toward me, too.
Did he stick your thumb in the butter? Did he stick your thumb in the butter?
Not that first time. He was not. But he was engaged to be married. And the woman he was going to marry was in California telling her kids about it.
Oh, I didn't know.
What we didn't know is her kids pitched a fit. They said, you are not getting married. Why do you want to get married? You don't need the money, you don't need the fuss, and we don't want some old man. But Charlie didn't know that was happening, and neither did I. And so when she got back and explained to Charlie that it was off, them being engaged because of her children, that she would not have trouble in the family. And so that, I guess, made him stop and think, well, she's not too bad for an old lady. And he began being very nice to me, very polite, and I don't know, he just kind of grew on me.
Grew on me. I love it.
Well, we just remember they went camping.
No, just for a drive.
For a drive, we found fish hooks. We found fish hooks on the driveway.
Yeah, we were going to see the lights.
They were going to go see lights, and we turned into this big scandal that they were going to go camping, and Grandma had this boyfriend.
So, is it sad to you that you sold your house across the street? Have you ever regretted selling that house?
No, not at all. I designed that house, but living in it, I found many flaws. It was not the dream house that I thought I was building.
About the best thing it had going for it was low counters.
Yes, yes.
And
low closet
the
windows.
skylight.
So I remember one chair that we would just spin and spin. I remember the chair.
What year were you
Wasn't there
married to Grandpa Charlie?
78, is that right?
What year is the year? Jill was about 9 months old, so yeah, it was 78.
So how old were you then?
I don't know, but we married on my birthday.
So you don't remember.
I was born in 27, so 78, I was 50.
You were not old.
Grandma, wasn't there some story about Grandpa Charlie embarrassing you in church? He did something as you were walking down.
Yes, the first time he took me to church, we walked in, and I didn't realize in such a small town, all of his buddies would be watching. And we started down to get to seats in the front, because Charlie was hard of hearing. He read lips so that he would know what was said from the pulpit. we started down to get down to the front rows, and he reached over and took a hold of my elbow and pulled me closer to him. And I didn't think anything of it until, by the time I got close to him, he could flip his leg behind the other leg and kick you in the hind end so hard that I jumped about 3 inches. And all of his buddies began snickering. I didn't think it was one bit funny. And when we sat down, I said, I'm going to get you for this. I don't know when, but you're going to know you've been got when I do it. And I did. I got him.
Now you have to tell us what you did.
Well, it was after we were married. We were on our honeymoon, and I can't remember what famous part of Washington, D.C. we were in, but I lived in Washington for a short time. A lot of it I had already seen, and he wanted to go, I can't remember, Grant's tomb or something, and I didn't want to. I wanted to go to another place, but we were running out of time. And so I said, I tell you what, you go to where you want to go, and I'll go to where I want to go, and we'll meet back here at the information center at such and such time. He says, okay, but don't you be late. I said, I won't be late. You'll be sure you're there. So when we came, I guess we were close to the information center, and he knew how to swing his foot behind the other leg with such force that, no, he had done that in church. And that, I was still trying to get even in church. So when we made that arrangement to meet back at a certain time, how did I do it?
What are you doing?
This information lady was there at the post, and I got there a little early, and I said to her, I'm going to play a joke on my husband. I said, when he comes, I want you to verify that I was here at the right time, that I was here right when we said we should be here, and here he is late. And she said, well, okay. So he got back, and I started in on him. You said you'd be here, blah, blah, blah. And I really harangued like a fishwife, for a joke. And we started away from that, and I could tell he was so terribly embarrassed and probably shocked that I had turned into a fishwife. And so then I started laughing and explained to him that I got even with him. He didn't think it was one bit funny. He said, don't you ever do that again.
It's not funny when it's him being teased.
Well, that was fun, Grandma.
Yes, those were great.
That was very fun. That was
Well, I'm sure that I married Charlie.
When you were married, you were sealed, right?
Pardon?
Was your wedding was a seal
Oh, yes. On my birthday.
in the Mesa Temple?
Yes. Uh-huh. And I always knew I would be the second wife. Because after his wife died, he went through and had her sealed to him. She was never a member of the church. He had work for her done and then got sealed to her, and I knew that. And I was content with being the second wife of a good man.
That's it. She's looking forward to being Francis's sister up there.
Sister wives.
She has such a good attitude, Jordan.
Very good attitude.
We went to the cemetery a couple of days ago, and Grandma cleaned off their graves and put flowers on Francis and flowers on Charlie, and she's just taking such good care of it.
Yeah, and I hope she likes me.
Sure she does.
Thank you.
I hope she does too, Grandma, because it's gonna be a long
You guys remember Grandpa's joke golf ball, the blue one?
We don't have it.
What is it? It would laugh at people. Remember that? He got a joke golf ball for his, what birthday was that, like 80th?
I think it's 80th, we all did.
Because he had the candles and he thought he said that it was gonna set the smoke alarm on fire, or did it?
Yeah, it did.
It did.
That's what I was gonna say.
So he got a joke golf ball that said like, "What are you looking at?" And that would like talk to his friends while he was golfing. You remember that? Oh, it was
I
really
just
funny.
remember he would always come up to me and grab my ankles and bark really loud, and it would scare me every time. And so one time I thought it would be so funny to do it to him,
Doing this
and I felt so bad.
I put his head on my
And
I
I was
remember
so
him
scared. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry,
Do you guys remember his 85th birthday when we used candle candles that you couldn't blow out?
That's what I was just talking
He was
about.
so mad. He did not think that was funny at all. Blue and blue and blue, and then the smoke alarms went off, and the smoke alarms went off.
Taking the kids to go swimming. Do you want to go swimming?
Yeah.
I'll go
We're-
with
we're
the
at-
candles.
Now we're
I know.
gonna
I know.
get
I
You didn't
It's
even
our
get your
family reunion
That,
picture.
but also, I know.
Is he part of it?
Yes. Yes.
What do you think that is? As I recall, he wasn't very happy.
No, he wasn't. It hurt his feelings.
I feel like I fouled the ball off my shoe
Yeah.
a long time ago. It could be that. It could be just a
Well, now Kelly has to watch all this later, so she can catch up on what
Richard.
she
Oh,
Uh,
Yeah, can I
so
get a
big now
copy
that
of
it
this?
doesn't. You gotta push hard.
For posterity.
So scary.
Page should have right there.
Yes, we're ready to go down to Comfort Inn and let the kids just take over the
Because I know
pool.
I found it.
Is it not as cold as it was, Joanna?
No, but it will be.
I just recently saw a picture for the first time where the sign says only 4 in the hot tub. And there's like 20 grandkids crammed in the.
Was that when they got married? Kelly got
No, it
married?
was just barely Easter.
They do it every time.
Okay,
Then we'll go meet back with the suits and meet you guys there.
sounds good.
Which hotel
Oh,
was
the
it?
cake.
Comfort Inn.
And
There's a
we've got
video
If
of
we
Grandma
don't have
getting
the Comfort
interviewed
Inn,
about
maybe
the
we
Great
can take half the
Depression
kids
that
over
we
to the
have,
area.
like 10 years ago that Grandpa would really like. Because it's all her Great Depression stories. Remember that? We did
Oh,
that
you
for
put
her.
that in
Work
the
on that
same
east
file.
side.
It's on the
Yeah,
SCR.
my house, you gotta get videos.
You don't have to go through the
You gotta
whole
get
house.
converted.
Like,
Put some towels.
all of Grandma's stories.
Too much.
House on your video.
Yeah, can I have some of these?
That's-